her story could be so different at 16 years old. And so when I think about from the time she got here until today, that she has been just pure joy for everybody that's that's in her life.
And when you see him at that point, really before then, but once you see him, reality kicks in. I knew at that point that it was my job to protect. There's nothing better than your empathy when you're next to me. Your heartless. There's nothing better than you. She was born on New Year's, and so I gave her the nickname Beanie, B-E-N-Y, Baby New Year. Yeah. So I remember holding her, looking at her, and thinking, she gonna do great things in life.
Happy birthday, my love! You're 16. But with Sariyah, I feel like that was like my sister off the jump. Like somebody you can feel like you can talk to about anything, and you just met them.
And I found out I was pregnant. I took the test in the CVS store, matter of fact. I called my Aunt Michelle, my bestie, and she told my grandma. Yeah. And that person cannot hold water.
A lot of days where I just feel like I just couldn't cry about it. And Sariyah was there to help me and let me know that it was okay for me to cry anywhere, anytime.
Especially 16, you know.
Sariyah, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sariyah.
Happy birthday to you. I sit in my chair.
What? What's wrong? Nitris, let her sit in her chair, Nitris. It's okay. Go get in your chair.
Okay.
Get up, Nitris. You got to share.
Okay, I share.
That's Raya's chair.
Okay, get up with me. Get up with me. And sit down. Anna. Why you don't sit down with me?
Raya, are you going to share?
Well, actually, I was told that Sariyah was going to be coming by another family member because her mom did not tell me. So it was like my mom knew and my sister knew and other people knew, and so that's how I kind of found out that Sariyah was going to be coming.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was working at Carrabba's. And we had to dress up for Mother's Day, and my dress would not fit. I've always worn like a small or an extra small, but that small would not zip up for some reason. So something just said, maybe you need to go figure this out. I found out I was pregnant. I took the test in the CVS store, matter of fact. And I called my Aunt Michelle, my bestie, and she told my grandma. Yeah. And that person cannot hold water. And my mom called me. Is there something you need to tell me? Nope. Are you sure? Yep. Are you pregnant? Yep. And that was it.
You know what? I really can't remember what my response was. I mean, I was shocked, of course. And then I think I went through this like, why I didn't know, why don't I know kind of thing. But it turned out to be a joy. I think Kenitris was more scared than anything. And I'm sure Mama Johnny probably came to me and said, Kenitris pregnant, right? Probably like that. And I'm like, what?
Look at the camera.
She likes you, right?
And me?
Mm-hmm.
And Naya likes me?
I think so.
16 years ago.
16 years?
Man, they went to go
pull her out, and the sound, was surreal of the first time you hear your baby cry. Especially for me, it was the first one at the same time, my first child. And the first time I held her, it was a connection like, I don't know. I think only a parent can, and really only a father, especially when it comes down to girls. When it comes to girls, there's so much evil that goes on in the world, and when you see them at that point, really before then, but once you see them, reality kicks in, and it took a few days for me, honestly, but I knew at that point that it was my job to protect her. Not until she's 18, but until I'm here. As long as I'm here, it's my job to protect her, especially from all the craziness. But the first time I held her, man, that feeling, it was so surreal. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it just goes back to the same thing with the voice. It's like, here it is. The fact that it's 16 years later and you can still remember that like it was yesterday. I guess it's a father's thing. You love this life. Hard medicine. There's nothing better than your empathy when you're next to me. Oh, hard medicine. There's nothing better than you.
I remember they called me and went to Methodist Hospital in Sugar. And she was born on New Year's. So I gave her the nickname Beanie, B-E-N-Y, Baby New Year. So I remember holding her, looking at her and thinking, she's gonna do great things in life. She's like Arthur. Part like Arthur. Knowing that I was a grandfather and then looking at her, wondering what was that gonna be like for me, being a grandfather. Looking at her thinking, man, this is new to me. And I always thought how she would look and what she was going to be in life and stuff like that. So mixed emotion, happy and excited. And same time, kind of didn't really know what to think or feel. Just this was my first time, so mixed emotion. Mostly happy, joyful, and just realizing that I have a grandfather for the first time.
I actually met her in a class called advisory that we used to have. It was one of the long days, and it was the first day of school. And when I first saw Sariyah, I thought she was really, really pretty, and she was actually very easy to talk to. I actually didn't really spark a conversation with her. It was more so like we made a joke, and like she got the joke, and so we just got along from there. I had PE with her and history with her as well. Yeah, it was really good, and I'm really glad I met her. I've known Sariyah for 6 years, going on 6 years. She has been my best friend since 6th grade, so we've kind of grown up together. When I first got to Mo City, I was so scared because I felt like I couldn't have a lot of things in common with a lot of other kids, but with Sariyah, I felt like that was my sister off the jump. We kind of had everything in common. We kind of watched the same things, did the same thing, interested in the same things. So I just kind of felt some connection with her. She just kind of drew me in a friend way. A very warm soul, somebody you can feel like you can talk to about anything, and you just met them.
Her story could be so different at 16 years old. And so when I think about from the time she got here up until today, that she has been just pure joy for everybody that's that's in her life. They don't have anything negative to say. Nobody can say, well, she caused this and she did this, and it's just, it's even now as I continue to watch Sariyah grow into a young lady, and I think she's teaching me she's teaching myself as well as her mom patience and to be able to give distance and allow her to grow up. I think she's teaching us that we that's something that we have to do as a mother, as a grandmother, allow our children to grow up on their own, even though you want to be there to protect them and from the bad people and or things that you don't agree with. But I think she's teaching us that, and that she's strong enough to do those things on her own.
Yeah, y'all, we're here today at Thurgood Marshall High School. Today is December 7th, 2023. I'm a recipient. I'm a sophomore in early college. I'm ready to take these heels off. I just don't know. Gotta go to school tomorrow and wake up and got competition on Saturday. Mom, how do you feel? Truth is I'm tired. My son's talk you.
Sariyah has always been she's very intelligent, very smart. She applied to be in the early college program, which means she'll graduate with her diploma and have her associates. She applied for it, she got in. It requires a lot more of her. I've seen tears with it, but I've also seen her already planning, like, hey, I want to go to LSU. Hey, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing that. And she tells people, like, I want to be a child psychologist. I want to go to LSU. I'm going to graduate with this because this is my plan to do this. So that's something I've seen her, like, determination in her. I don't push her much, but she comes to me more like, Mom, like, cheer. Like, she told me she wanted to do it last year. She wanted to learn how to tumble. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Competitive cheer at that. She didn't want to do high school. She's like, I want to do competitive because I want to get my skills together. So to see her, I mean, people don't get to see the Sariyah I see because we're at home and I see the goofiness. I see how she dances. I see how she smiles. I see how she acts. But to see her on stage and to see her come alive, like, it's something you really just got to see for yourself. Because you see Sariyah come alive on stage. A Sariyah people don't get to see. This is exotic.
How I describe Sariyah? Sariyah is a very emotionally intelligent person, actually. Like, she's very in touch with her emotions and she's very good at communicating her emotions. And I love that about her because I'm really not too in touch with them. My dad actually passed away. So I was very emotional, but I would suppress my emotions because I just didn't want to cry. And it was like star testing days, and it was a lot of days where I just felt like I just couldn't cry about it. And Sariyah was there to help me and let me know that it was okay for me to cry anywhere, anytime. I'm so glad to be best friends with you since the 6th grade, and now you're finna be 16 and we're finna be juniors. I'm really grateful for you for everything that you've done for me, and I'm really glad you're not crying on your 16th birthday because you've been mentioning that, and I'm glad you're not crying, and I'm glad you're having an enjoyable 16th birthday, and I will always be there for you, and you will be the godmother of my children.
But I have struggled with my mental health a lot. That makes sense. But Sariyah has always been there for me. And I'm sorry. And I just, like, I could have been at my lowest. And like I said, I didn't have really any other friends or anybody else. But I always had Sariyah. Dear Sariyah, I hope that your future is very bright for you. I know how you want to get into therapy and being a therapist and things like that. I hope that all that goes well for you. Hope that you get into LSU, and I'll be right by your side when you read the letter that you got accepted. I'm so proud of you for everything you've done, and I thank you so much for being by my side, no matter what we went through. And thank you for being my sister. when I feel like I didn't have my own.
Sariyah, I always want you to remember, always know your self-worth. Never let somebody tell you what you're worth. Because if that's the case, people always tell you what you're worth and what you need to do and how you need to do it. So always know yourself. Whether it's good or bad, always know yourself. And know what you're worth in life. Always carry that same confidence that you carry. Quiet, not to talk a lot. And always be who you are. And don't change.
Thank you.
Yeah. Happy New Year. And happy birthday. And I love you. And I got to go.
Nana's emerging butterfly. I still remember your mom not telling me that you would soon be here, just a tiny egg in the making. I watched you flourish from the feisty, curious infant to the even feistier toddler, tween to teen, truly sweet 16. Watching you navigate through this journey we call life has been a joy so far. It has already thrown you so many curveballs and roller coaster rides. Life, as we call it, has challenged you to prove yourself as a follower, leader, failure, or conqueror. I am so proud to say that you've proven that you have life and it does not have you. You've proven you are a leader and a conqueror, emerging beautiful butterfly God has destined you to be. I love that you're still that feisty, curious, silly, smart young lady today, all that make you as unique as you are. Never lose it or allow anyone or anything to take it from you. Remember, life will continue to throw curveballs and roller coaster rides, but God will also always be there, so hold on to the ladder. I love you more than life, Sariyah Mason. I can't wait to see what the next 16 years hold for you. Nana's emerging butterfly. I love you.
Right. 16. That's a long time. I want you to know I'm proud of you. Regardless of, anything outside of this interview, anything outside of what I'm saying now, I want you to know that I'm very, very proud of you. And I brag about you to everybody. I want you to know that, and understand that time's gonna be hard. It's gonna be harder. And there's gonna be some easy times too. But you gotta be able to take the good with the bad. You can't take all the good days and be upset with the bad days. You gotta understand. But I want you to know, any bad day that come to you, it only came to you because you was built for that. That was the only reason it came to you. It's because you was made for that. Your name gonna mean something to somebody. So you stand behind that. I want you to. I love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sariyah.